My manager docked my pay for being 37 seconds late, so I made sure the same rule applied to her. She installed the biometric scanner on Monday morning, one of those palm readers that logs your exact arrival time down to the second. New attendance policy, Sharon announced, tapping the screen. Anyone clocking in after 8:19 a.m. loses 15 minutes of pay. No exceptions. I stared at the device. What if traffic? Leave earlier, she smiled. Personal responsibility. Day 1, I arrived at 7:53 a.m. safe. Day 2, 7:51 a.m. I was golden. Day 3, there was an accident on the highway. I watched the dashboard clock tick to 7:58, then 7:59. I ran from the parking lot. My heart was pounding. I slammed my palm on the scanner at exactly 8:37. The screen flashed red. Time docked 15 minutes. I turned to Sharon's office. She was sitting there drinking coffee, watching me through the glass. She gave me a little wave. That 15 minutes cost me $8.47. I started leaving my house at 6:30 a.m. for an 8 a.m. shift. I'd sit in the parking lot for an hour reading, just to make sure. But the policy was destroying everyone. Miguel got docked 3 times in 1 week because his daughter's daycare didn't open until 7:15. Jessica lost an entire hour's pay because her mom had a stroke and she had to wait for the ambulance. Every time someone complained, Sharon would tap the policy printout taped to the wall. Everyone has the same 24 hours in a day. Week 2, I started tracking Sharon. Not in a creepy way, I just paid attention. She arrived at 8:03 on Tuesday, 8:07 on Wednesday, 8:11 on Friday, but she never scanned in. She'd walk right past the palm reader and go straight to her office. When I asked HR about it, they said managers were exempt from the attendance policy. Different standards for different roles, the HR lady explained, not making eye contact. I went home that night and pulled up the employee handbook, read the whole thing, front to back, found it on page 47. All company policies apply uniformly to all employees unless specifically exempted in writing. Sharon had never gotten a written exemption. I checked, so I started documenting. I'd sit in my car with my phone pointed at the front entrance, recorded her walking in at 8:09 on Monday, 8:14 on Tuesday. Once she didn't show up until 8:23, still holding her Starbucks cup. 3 weeks of this. 3 weeks of video evidence, time-stamped and dated. Then the email came, company-wide. Sharon had been selected for the Manager Excellence Award, $5,000 bonus, presentation at the quarterly meeting. She forwarded it to our entire team with 3 exclamation points. That's when I sent my email to the VP of Operations. Attached every single video, showed her walking past the scanner 47 times over 3 weeks, highlighted the handbook policy, calculated that she owed the company 11.75 hours of docked pay, which meant, according to her own policy, she'd technically lost $387.52 in wages. But more importantly, the Manager Excellence Award had a requirement: no policy violations in the past 90 days. The VP called me 2 hours later. This is incredibly thorough. I just want the same rules to apply to everyone, I said. Of course, he cleared his throat. We'll handle this internally. The next morning, Sharon walked past my desk. Her face was gray. She didn't look at me, just went straight to her office and closed the door. The award ceremony happened that Friday. They called someone else's name. Sharon sat in the back row. After the meeting, I saw her in the parking lot, sitting in her car with her hands on the steering wheel, just staring straight ahead. The biometric scanner was removed the following Monday. We're returning to the honor system, the new policy email read, effective immediately. I still get to work early, but now I sit in the parking lot until 7:59:23 exactly. Then I walk in, just because I can.